Scorpio? How's it going, bro?
Good, good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for taking the time just to hang out for me for a bit here. Oh,
Oh yeah, man, it's a pleasure.
yeah. Awesome, awesome. I was gonna just say here, how's your day going?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. I'm excited. I'm hungry. I've been painting the mural all morning, so
Let's go,
it's definitely.
dude. I was gonna say, what did you bring for lunchies?
So there's actually this where I'm doing a mural. There's a sandwich shop, and it's called Quick Mart. Yo, they got some bomb sandwiches. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Oh, okay.
they smack.
Is it like very similar to like a Jimmy John's?
Yeah, but it's more of a like it's a neighborhood place. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
the
okay.
people that yeah, the people that own it have been there for like 20 years.
Uh-huh.
And the reason I actually met them was because like I would go there for lunch to get their sandwiches, and I saw that their mural that like says "Oh Quick Mart" and it has the sandwich stuff and on it, and
Oh,
tells like all the deals that they have. The paint was coming off, and I was like, you know what? Let me help a homie out, right?
yeah.
So I was like, here, let me put a new paint on that bad boy. And they're like, yeah, we haven't even touched that up for like 20 years. I was like, well, bet. That's what I'm here for.
Nice. Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I also brought some lunch too as well. It's pretty cold.
What'd you bring?
I got some soup. It's like a burger soup. So I'm gonna be consuming that today. And I also got some chips, sweet potato chips from the co-op market near me, which is cool. They had like a deal with these like 2 for $5, so I picked these up, and these are really delicious. I love them.
Ooh. Oh my god, and those are sweet potato too.
Yep, yep. Have you ever been to the
Ooh.
co-op market? Uh,
I've been to a couple ones.
yeah, cause there's one off, around like the Twin Cities area, and it's really good. And I'm really happy that it's like only like 5 minutes away, from me. Oh no, I think Scorpio froze up here. We'll get him back. Wait, are you back?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Awesome. Cool. Oh, cool. We have some peeps in here. We got Hopper Pot. What up, Hopper Pot? Lover Toad. What up, guys?
What up, y'all? What up,
Everybody
y'all?
meet my friend here, Scorpio. He's actually my IRL friend. We got to meet in 2018, right?
Yeah, about 2018, man. It was kind of crazy. It was at one of our art shows.
Yeah. And it was a cool story, guys. Cuz it was my first art show that I ever got to be like, well, attended to and everything. Oh man, I was so freaking nervous going in there because this is my first time presenting it. And I was just like, oh man, this is gonna be crazy and stuff. And the first
Yeah.
person that was just like talking to everybody and just making everybody feel comfortable was this guy. And I appreciate it. Like, he came up to me, he's like, hey, what's up? My name is Scorpio. I'm like, hey, what up? I'm the Creative Artista, you know? And he was just like, hey, what's up, dude? And that's what I loved it. I was like, all right, I like this guy's energy. And it got me not so, like, didn't get me, like, have, like, a lot of anxiety coming into the show just because you were gonna be there and you just got everybody to just to be comfortable and stuff. And I really have to thank you so much for that. So thank you so much, Scorpio, for making me
Of
get
course.
all those anxieties out of me.
Yeah, dude, like honestly, I've done a lot of art shows, and like I don't know, I think the best thing to do when you're doing a group show like that, especially cuz if I'm not mistaken, it was Natural Roots that we did it, right?
Yep.
That's where it was?
Yep.
Yeah. When like a space like that, it's so beautiful. If you guys don't know where that is, or if you're not in Minnesota, it's this co-op that is a nonprofit. They do galleries for artists. They do shows. They do everything over there. And the space that we're in, they have this giant like dance room that has
Hmm.
mirrors all across. Um, and I just realized like in this space, like we're all here, we're all trying to, connect, network, sell our artwork, be supported by the community. And I realized if we're not all like working as a team, then we're all gonna work as individuals. And if we work as a team, it all works out better. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I was just like, let's go ahead and talk to everybody. You know what I mean? Let's get everybody to go ahead and connect and show off what they got, show off their skill sets, and really work the crowd because that's how we work together.
Mm-hmm. And that show was really fun for me, just because the amount of room that they gave us to present our stuff was really cool. Because I know you were downstairs and I was upstairs. I remember seeing you from the downstairs. We would wave to each other. I'm just like, "Hey, what's up, Scorpio?" and whatnot. And
yeah, no, oh my god, that was the poorhouse.
Yeah, the poorhouse.
Oh my god. You're right. Oh my god, yo, that's wild to think about. Okay, so because we've done 2 shows together at no, it's not Natural Roots, it's Indigenous Roots.
Yeah, Indigenous
right?
Roots.
We did 2 shows together.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then we also did that, the poorhouse. Yo, oh my god, that's literally, if you guys go on my Instagram, you scroll all the way down, that's literally my first show in Minneapolis ever. And that's where we met. Yo, that is so crazy. That has been so long. Like, I can't even remember. Wow, this all just like coming back to me now, just thinking about that. That's yeah. And you were on the 2nd floor and you brought all your gaming stuff and I was so happy with it. Yeah. I was like, oh, I love what you're doing. And I just started geeking out and nerding, man.
Yeah, I know. I that's what I loved about, like, that's the same thing with your work, because we didn't get to see each other's work until the day of the event. And when that happened, I was like, when I was like getting to see everybody's work, I'm like, whoa, you guys are awesome. You know, I was like chatting with my neighbors and just like, because I got that energy from you when we were like kind of like getting to know each other and stuff. And I was just like, man, I like that guy's energy. I'm going to bring that energy towards everybody that's like upstairs around it. Because a lot of people were nervous, you know, because I was just like, because they're like, yeah, this is my first big show. I never got to really do anything like this. I'm like, yeah, mine too. You know what? I just told everybody, y'all gonna kill it. We're all gonna kill it together and stuff. And I just saw you, and you just like, I just was like seeing you downstairs, and oh man, you're painting live, which was really cool to see. Cause I remember you didn't have like a chair or anything to sit down. So you sat down and you started painting, which I was like, oh man, this guy is just like killing it. And there was like live music too, so you're just like doing it at the same time. I was like, oh man, I wonder if that's really tough for him. But no, you just like it was just so natural for you, man.
It's a fun environment, right? Like, especially with the people coming in. I remember the name of that art show. It's called Raw Artist.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a good place to start when you like never done anything like that before, right? All these artists are around that are really kind of like navigating their first walks into the art realm and how to really be presentable, right? And like being there, you see all these new people that come in, because it's not only like you have to sell tickets and you sell your own tickets. And so it's not only your people, but it's all the other people that are bringing in their community as well. So you get to interact with not only other artists, but their community of like who they actually interact with. And man, I was live painting people that I still keep in touch with. Like there's this woman, Jen, she works for the Minneapolis School District. And I painted her and I did a quick portrait of her, and I did it in like, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, right? Nothing crazy. And when I did that, I was just like, man, she really loved it. I was like, you know what? Me and her are going to connect this whole time. And throughout the whole 5 years I was in Minnesota, she still kept up with me. She went to all my gallery shows. She saw all my murals. She supports me on Instagram. And it's super dope, right? Like, you never know who you're going to meet, how it's going to affect your life. How is it that you're going to grow from that situation? And it's just beautiful, man. It's a cool time.
That's really great, because like Scorpio said, you're never going to meet who you're going to meet. Like Scorpio, of course, like me and him always kept on in touch. I always want to keep in touch with this guy until I no longer exist in this world, just because I like his passion for art and everything. You're one of the people that inspire and motivate me. And there's like a few people too that I've kept on touch with. I still follow on Instagram, still compliment their work. They still follow what I'm doing and everything and stuff. And it's just really cool, because you never know that you're gonna meet. So that's really cool, man. That's awesome.
And like seeing your growth, because I remember seeing your booth, and I know that it was a badass booth.
Yep.
But when we did our second show at Indigenous Roots, and you came, man, this guy's wild. Like, guys, you have no idea how awesome he is. You came in with a neon sign, and you had your whole team there, and you had all your clothes that were lined up there, and I was like, "Yo, this man's on another level." He was so like, it was so professional. It was so great, and I was like, "Damn, this guy's ready. He's ready, ready." It was so fun. I
Yeah.
just love seeing the growth of us. You see everybody really get in their stride and show what they're capable of, right? Because we all know what we're capable of, but no one gets to see it until we actually put it out for the world to see. So it's really cool.
Yeah. Oh man, thank you so much. That means a lot. Yeah, because that's an event that we hosted. It was 2019. Yeah, 2019 when we hosted that. It was called Chill Vibes and Friends. I gotta give a shout out to Dusty and Shell, because they're the ones that like made the clothes and everything. I was just helping out and hosting the event and all that and stuff. And oh man, it was cool. So you because when we were picking artists to find around that's local, you're the ones that came to mind first. Because I was like, guys, if you guys haven't met Scorpio, I like show them like the portfolio. He needs to be part of this show because I love this energy that he brought in, and there was just so many people that was such. I'm gonna say that was one of the funnest nights and greatest like accomplishments that I ever did in my life, because I felt like we drew over like 100+ people to that event. I was so damn proud of it, and I'm just so happy that you guys were vibing. It was just amazing. Like I felt like a block party, just full of like artists and musicians, and we were just all hanging out over there. Everybody just like had their own section, and I was like, oh man, I love this so much. And I just saw it because you're meeting people that I met through other communities, and everybody was just came together like that. And you know that just made me happy, and I'm really hoping that I can do something like that again in the near future, because if we do another one, I'm definitely gonna invite you if you can come out, man.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, I'll fly out from California. I don't mind. Anything to support you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I love working.
Thank you so much. Oh, so we got a few peeps here.
Oh, you-
Blindfold Hero. Hey,
Oh, what's up,
Blindfold. Hopper Pot. Was it Lover of Toad? Thank you guys so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions for Scorpio, feel free to. He is an amazing artist, guys. You guys gotta go check out his work. Here's his. I made a command for him. Scorpio Rising Art. Hey Scorpio, let's talk about your art. Let's talk about your art. What kind of like what's like, if you would describe your art, how would you describe it?
I definitely wanted to bring like this is one of my pieces in the background right now, right? It's abstract realism, and I also dabble in like the psychedelic abstract work. I really try to bring the complexity of realism, right? Because I want to be able to show off all the skill sets that I have. If you guys go see my Instagram or even see my website, excuse me, you can see all the different colors I put on each of my pieces and all the things that I do. And I really want to showcase like the human emotion that goes behind each painting. Like every time I do an actual canvas, I first start with the background, because I know that the background is where all the energy's placed, and I set the stage, and I really show like, okay, this is where the emotions are right now, or this is how I'm feeling right now. And then from there, I initiate the storyline of what's going on or what's about to happen or what I'm trying to show. And when you see my work and you go to my website, you'll definitely see all of that stuff. You'll see how each of my paintings really tell a story. I don't know, can we screen share on this?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me let's click on the website here. I just have to make like another feed on here, or maybe I can show it through your screen right over here. I have to make this smaller. Hold on. Do you see that, Scorpio, through my screen? Look at that, guys. How cool is this?
So that one is called the Psychedelic Cyclops. And
This one?
these pieces, the one that you just showed that is on the top,
Yep.
that has the one, yeah. That one that's blue, yeah, that's the Psychedelic Cyclops.
Oh, nice.
And it's weird. So if you guys go through my artwork, it's all based on geometric shapes and fractals. Especially if you guys start going deep into the concepts of the universe and the rules that apply to what builds the fabric of reality, you'll start to realize that everything is just geometric shape, right? It's all mathematics.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to apply that to the concept of what I make. So if you see even like the face tattoos on this Cyclops, they're literally coming straight down the middle, and it's all geometric from there.
Wow.
And I just love stuff like symmetry, the symmetry that goes behind it. It really like changes the way you see it. Sacred geometry, yes, exactly.
Wow, this is awesome. So,
oh yes, he knows what I'm talking about. Yo, he knows what I'm talking about.
oh my gosh,
Yeah,
you guys would
yeah.
totally vibe. Hopperpot has like the very similar vibe like you do, Scorpio, because he's one of my bros on here, and whenever I go to a stream, I was like, man, he just reminds me of my IRL friend Scorpio. Oh my gosh. You guys have to definitely connect with each other.
But yeah. Hey, whoever wants to connect with me, add me on Instagram.
Yep.
Send me a message saying that you saw me on this podcast, and then we'll go ahead and we'll connect, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like this one right here where it says the beginning.
Yep.
That was actually my first painting ever. And that painting was and it was a life-changing moment, because that's where I decided I wanted to be an artist for the rest of my life. Like, no matter what I do with my life, no matter where I go, at the end of the day, I'm going to be an artist.
Nice.
And you can even see the geometric beginnings that I applied to the main. And it's kind of wild, because I don't know if you guys like to dive into psychology and like the subconscious mind of humans. But as I started painting this was back in California before I moved out to Minnesota. So this was like 2016, 2017-ish, right? Like late 2016, early 2017. And so funny that after I painted this, literally like a year, 2 years later, I got the same glasses without me even realize it. So I was wearing the same round glasses with the pink lens. And that's actually the glasses I was wearing at our event.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I loved your style, dude. I loved your fashion. Like, I was just like, oh man, this guy is just he has it, man. He has it.
Thank you, bro. Like, yeah, it gets kind of wild the more you dive into it, right? Like, in all reality, the human conscious and our personality really dives into the foundation of what our world is on a bigger scale, right?
Yeah.
What does he say? Universe has a lot of solid sense of humor. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Kind of like you, d-Rad, right? You base your personality, your concept, your branding off video games. Why? Because it's the one thing that sticks to your heart for so long. And that's something that's so fucking beautiful, right? Or, excuse my language. I don't know if it's on your mind.
Oh, no worries, dude.
Yeah, but it's so gorgeous, right? Like, you start really diving deep into the foundations of how we build ourselves as people, right?
Yeah.
Even when I was younger, I love playing Kirby. I love playing Ninja Turtles on the Game Boy, right?
Nice.
I love playing Pokemon. Yeah, and even now, like, I still have, like, even in my car mount, I have a Pokeball that sits right there on my car mount, right on my dashboard. It's so dope. And it's just one of the things that helped me, I guess, catapult myself into the art world. And so that's what I really love about this stuff, right? Like, it all leads to something.
Yeah, awesome. Did you start in a young age, or did you kind of, like, found your technique when you were, like a teenager / adult?
You know, it's funny. I was actually pulling out some old stuff from my grandma's storage that was mine,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw all my old drawings from like high school. But I've been drawing since I was in elementary, and I always did stuff, but I was never trained. But I always like wanted to create things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Um, someone said hi. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
Is it AK?
he goes by Marcus. So what up,
Oh,
Marcus?
what up, Marcus?
How's it going?
This quote I got from my academic counselor: "We stand with our backs to infinity, looking at matter, and we say this. This is all there is." Yeah! Oh, yo, that goes hard! That goes
Yeah,
hard!
let's go. See, I told you. Hopper Pot gets you, man. I love that.
Wow, yo, as a reminder that we only perceive a fraction of infinity, the rest is beyond us. Yo, that is so true. That is so true because, oh my God. Before I get back into my story of like how I draw,
Yeah.
I started drawing. Have you ever seen that video of how small planet Earth is compared to the different sizes of suns that are out in the universe?
Oh, I haven't.
Yo, it's wild. So it's a video and it shows this is Earth, right? And obviously Earth is huge in our perspective, in our fraction of concept of reality, right? And then it starts to expand and it goes, this is our sun. And we look like a little dot compared to the sun. And then it shows a sun that's like 3 times bigger than our sun. And then it keeps getting bigger and it keeps going and it shows like, I think 10 to 12 different suns that are just ginormous compared to ours. And you just realize with all this matter and all this space that's out there, like literal just space, we are literally just the smallest fraction of a fraction in the concept of reality. And we're here being able to perceive all this beauty. It's just gorgeous. It's so cool.
I know, dude. Because I do, like, I always talk about, like, sometimes on my channel, sometimes when I'm streaming now, and I'll stop just to chat about, like, oh man, I just want to talk about the universe right now, guys. It's just so crazy how small we are compared to others, like, around there. It's probably, like, others beyond that we can't even see that are much bigger than us. And it just blows my mind when we think of something like that. Oh, that's crazy. That's really crazy.
You think that if you could be as big as the sun, you'd want to create your own world?
Yeah, I would.
I think that'd be cool.
I would love to create my own world. Cause I'm into like so like when I play video games, I like, Sims and stuff. Like I like to just build and make stuff cuz it's really cool when you have your own vision on a few things, on like how you want to create things. Cuz I was like, man, if I had like a island or a planet or something like this, it'd totally look like this, Yeah. And that's why I love our like creativity that we're able to, put into what our vision is,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely. Oh, hold on. There's a question. I went ahead and like went up. I didn't get to see that question.
Oh,
I think it said, what was your favorite Zelda game?
Oh no, that's just a bot. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, that I have. I forgot to turn it off. Oops.
It's okay. Dude, honestly, but I grew up playing Twilight Princess. I love that Zelda game. That goes hard.
Oh my gosh. So like I haven't played any of the 3D Zelda games yet, but I'm currently playing Breath of the Wild on stream, and man, it's so cool. I love it so much. That's like, thinking about like, when since we're talking about universes and worlds and stuff, I like, the visions that these creators, these developers will make into something like this. Cause that's like back in like they think of like the medieval times, right? But it's just so futuristic when you see Zelda games like that. It's like futuristic, medieval, all put together like that. Yeah. That's just a really good like vision to have within like a video game, man. But
yeah, literally.
Yeah, what do you like about? Did you say Twilight was your favorite, right?
Yeah.
What do you like about the game?
And I think that was the game that really unlocked something in my mind. As I go through it in my mind, because like you start off in the little town, right, and all you have is a bow and arrow, or no, a wooden sword and the horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you start going through the town and try and help people and do all these things, and then all of a sudden this monkey steals one of the little girls, and you have to go chase a monkey to go save one of the little girls, and it's just like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, as you like fast forward into the game, you become you're allowed to have this ability to transform into this wolf, and you get stuck as a wolf for a while, and you meet this spirit, this entity that kind of like guides you through it. But Zelda, she gets trapped in the castle with this giant force field that surrounds it, and you have to go around trying to figure out all these different side quests to figure out how to get into the castle so you can save Zelda. And man, it takes you, like, it's just a GameCube game, but it takes you through an entire lifetime of different worlds, of different experiences, and it just, to play it now compared to when I was a kid, I'm like, how did I even be able to play this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm 27, right? I'm 27 or 26 now, turning 27. And I was probably like, I don't know, 13, 14, playing this video game. And I'm like, yo, this is more complex than my fraction of a mind at that time could handle. Yet I was going through it like nothing. And it's just weird. It's just so beautiful and weird.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just like I felt like when you're like an adult and you're just like getting more like you just get like more invested to video games like that, because when I'm replaying games like Zelda games, for example, it's just, whoa, this is really cool. I didn't know you had to go through this. I don't know how I did this as a kid, but right now it's just like, oh man, I just always have to think a lot more about this. But it's just so much fun. I love going through like puzzles. I love going through like the mazes you have to get to. That's why like the Legend of Zelda franchise is so good, because it just makes you think, and it has a great storyline to it, and it's so cool. But I love that Scorpio. I love that Scorpio, man.
So let me ask you this, right?
Yeah.
So when you're I don't know if this happened to you, but like when I was playing video games growing up, like anything from like Super Smash Bros. Or Dragon Ball Z, Zelda, Left 4 Dead, all these things, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of just set this point in my mentality of this may not be the same situations that I am going to run into life. The concepts and constructs of these moments of deciding whether am I going to be a villain or a hero makes me realize what type of man am I going to be when I grow up, you know? So, like, did you go through that, or how did you experience the video games when you were playing them?
So, for me, like, personally, like, video games were kind of like my getaway, just because I wasn't too fond with school. I really hated being in, like, elementary, middle school, and high school, just because, you know, being bullied and all that and stuff. And it was, like, it got me out of a rut. And video games made me appreciate like just being really creative and just being like, I just don't always like when I hear like back in the days where like the boomer teachers would just like tell us like, oh, video games are bad for you, they don't teach you anything in life, kind of like that. And now as an adult, I'm just like, oh my gosh, the video game industry has changed a lot of people, and it has so much history, because it's a work of art. It has a work of like developers. It has a work of just so many things, and there's a huge team involved with it. Everybody's involved with it, and that's why like I wanted also to become an artist, Scorpio, is just because I love the pixel art, the 16-bit, like the 8-bit, 16-bit, the 32-bit of it. And I was like, I want to maybe create some art or make like a video game out of this. And
Yeah.
look at me now, man. Look at me now, man. It's developed. It's my brand. It's my brand. Everybody knows me as that retro video gamer. Whenever I love like spring and summertime just because I get to show off my tattoos, and these tattoos represent who I am, and they're all video game related, and it's really developed me as the person that I am. Oh, what's up? You cut off.
Oh no, I love the one that you have of the hearts on your forearm.
Oh, this one? Oh, the 8-bit ones? Which one? The Kingdom Heart? Or is
No. Like it shows like your life, like the life going down, right?
Yep.
That one's going hard, dude. I love that.
Yeah.
When I saw this, I was like, yo, these go hard.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it's you have a story to tell, like because it doesn't matter like what path you've gone through, because for me it's video games, it represents who I am, and a passion of mine, because I combine it with art and like that, and it's cool to have that representation, because I'm not afraid, even if people are not into video games, I will tell them who I am, because I don't hide it anymore. When I was a kid growing up to a teen, I would say I would hide it a lot, and I felt like art school really kind of like opened me up a little bit. But once I graduated college, that's when I started to become the person that I am, because it's all about self-discovery, and you just get to find the right people that you meet that will appreciate you, and that's what I love, because I always want to be surrounded by really like-minded people, and this is why we kept on touch still, like since like 2018, because I was like, man, I want this dude to be my friend. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I want this dude to be my friend. He's really cool. Just instantly when you're just talking about, like, I'm gonna get to know him and stuff, and just instantly we just bond like that, even like, so like me and Scorpio, we don't really get to like hang out all the time and stuff when he was here, but it's so easy. That's what I love about you, man. It's so easy to just catch up with you, and we just start off where we left off, and it's the same vibe.
Literally,
you never change. You're just the same passionate artist that always comes to me with full of energy, man. So I thank you for your friendship. So you got to find the good people.
Of course.
Oh man. Okay, so let's read the comments over here. So we got a lot that we missed, Scorpio. So if you want to,
there's a comment that said, in video games, I learned from video games that life isn't just black and white. There's a lot of shades of gray. Yo, I really do agree with that, right? I used to think it either it is or it isn't, right? But what I started realizing, and especially when I went to art school, it's kind of funny. I went to a school called the Atelier. If any of you guys are in Minnesota and Minneapolis area, go there and take a class. It's like $20 for one class.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them Scorpio sent you. They'll hook you up. Look for Sid Whitaker. She's an amazing teacher. This school really taught me like, yo, there is so much, not only in the concept of art, but that you can take from art to apply to real life. Kind of just like doing a painting or doing a drawing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like this, right? When you're drawing, there's your darks and your lights, and then you have your grays. Kind of like the concept of light. There's good and there's bad, and there's everything in between, right? And as you go and decide, okay, what am I drawing? Am I drawing an apple? Am I drawing a person? Am I drawing a motorcycle? It doesn't really matter, right? What is the subject? From there, you apply, okay, here's the darks, here's the lights, and here's everything in the middle. And when you start doing this, you start to realize the concept of patience, timing, action, right? Mistakes, recovering, and all this is even in video games, right? When you get hit in Mario, you lose a life, but you can also gain a life with a mushroom, right?
Yep.
And then you start learning the different concepts of like, okay, there's these little tricks in the game that I can do if I can just jump a little bit farther, or if I get this what is it? I think it's a leaf, so you could get that foxtail and you can get all the different powers.
Yep.
All right. So it's the same concepts that go into life, you know? You start to really see, okay, wow, if I just take these lessons that I learned in either arts or video games an art form in its own, but in these other areas of the world, and apply them to my own personal life, I can grow a lot faster and I can become who I want to be in a lot more, I guess, solidified foundation and in a stronger way that will last not only this lifetime of who you are, for example, this year, but years to come. Because every month, every year that we go through, we change, we evolve, we become different people. Whether it's a better version of ourselves, whether it's the worst version of ourselves, or if it's just a mix, you know?
Yeah.
And like you said, it's all part of the journey. It's all about figuring out who you are and what you want. And just take it, guys. Like someone said, sorry, I think it's Marcus. It's the blue, the one in the blue.
Yep.
Right?
That's Marcus.
Yeah. So Marcus was saying like, I had that same problem in middle school or in high school, and that like I have a little bit of autism, and if people didn't like video games, like I just was just like whatever, right? And I find that so funny because when we're growing up and video games were just starting and really like getting into its own culture, people used to make fun of us. Like we're nerds, we're geeks, right? We're all these people that nobody wants to hang out with.
Yep.
And now look at it. It's literally the foundation of most of our culture in America. You know, people are into anime like crazy now. People are into video games like crazy now. And we were the OGs, right? We were the ones who got it in the beginning, and we've already evolved through it. People are just now consuming it and getting it to evolve them into who they need to become. It's beautiful.
Yep. That's why, like, I'm so amazed. Like, every time, like, I'm just getting into, you know, just opening it up. Because I admit that I'm really just opening up. Like, it's so recent for me. Like, I felt like it's, like, when 2010, I started to, like, open up, like, who I am. But it was just slowly developing and stuff. And I feel like I got my break in, like, 2017 or 2018, where I'm just like, you know, F it. I just want to be myself. I don't care if my family sees this. I don't care if my close, my friends see this. I want them to know who the real me is, you know? And ever since then, man, it's like a fresh of breath air. And I love it so much because when I meet other people, I get so excited just to just talk about, you know, who I am as a person, you know, also too, you know, get to know them because, you know, I don't want to be like, you know, judgmental or anything and stuff because I prefer to have people for who they are as long as they don't make fun of you or anything like that because, you know, we're really past that now. We're really past that. We just got to embrace what we have and everything because now people are making a career out of this, you know? A career out of being a video game content creator. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to be a video game content creator and / an artist and stuff. And it's just all about embracing it. And that's what I really appreciate. Yeah. And, you know, that's why you guys will really meet good people too. I have to give Scorpio his flowers every time when I talk to him and stuff. Because this dude is one of the prime examples of just motivating people like me, but I'm sure you motivated so many people that you became you know, in touch with within your community. And because I can already tell the vibe here on the chat, they're feeling off of you, Scorpio.
Vibes, thank you. Yeah, definitely, guys. Thank you. I think, yeah, dude, Marcus. Yeah, I feel it, man. Like it's hard dealing with being on the autistic spectrum. Like I've had multiple friends and multiple people in my life that have that, and I've seen them go through their issues. And you know, it's not an easy road, dude. And like, I have ADHD, ADD. I have all these things. I I've never, because my family's Latino, right? We come from El Salvador. They don't believe in medication. They don't believe in freaking therapy. They don't believe in a lot of that stuff, right? It's just taboo for us.
Yeah.
And like, I'm the first person in my family to be like, no, like we need this, right? This is not just something that we could just throw on the back burner. And so when you start to really dive deep into these issues and start realizing like, look, our people, our families, our friends, the closest people around us are going through all these different things that we'll never be able to comprehend because we're not them, right?
Yeah.
We could sit there and talk to them for a whole year straight. No sleep, no eat, no bathroom. Just talk for a whole year straight. And we still won't be able to function exactly and understand what they're thinking, what they're going through. And I think having that empathy and understanding of like, we're all just humans trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what matters. That's what matters at the end of the day, because no matter what, I don't mean to be like a Debbie Downer, but at the end of the day, guys, we're all dying. Like nobody's gonna stay alive forever, you know?
No, that's real. That's just the reality of it, you know? That's so real.
Yeah.
And
I feel like if you don't take that into consideration, you're gonna miss out on a lot of life, you know? Like, the way I think is, look, no matter what, there will always be jobs out there, right?
Yep.
Whether it's hard or whether it's easy, there's always going to be a job out there. You're probably never going to be able to, you know, make $1 billion. If you do, you know, congrats. But like, if your journey is to just get rich, dude, like, and just be a materialistic person, sit down with yourself a little bit, because your family's not going to be here one day. Your friends are not going to be here one day, you know, like, I was just talking with one of my friends, and she works at a dental office, and she was telling me, she was like, yeah, on Friday, this patient came in, and his wife had an appointment on Monday, so then she came in on Monday, and they asked, oh, how's your husband doing? And she goes, oh, he died yesterday. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, yo, like, we just saw him, right? And so you never know when it's your time to go. So if you don't go out there and live life today, doing something for yourself today, then what's the point?
Yep.
You know, what's the point?
No, that's true. That's what I always do, you know, when I wake up in the morning. Because I don't know if I'm gonna be, I don't know if something's gonna happen, and that's just the reality of it. And you really have to like live your life like it's your last, you know. And for me, like whenever I wake up, or whenever I, you know, the biggest thing is, I really like to give people their flowers right now, you know, because to people that I really appreciate, I want to tell them I love them at the end, you know, because whenever I talk to my siblings, to my mom and dad, to anybody that was close in my life or in my life right now, I always have to say this. I'm like, I love you guys, you know, at the end of like every conversation or through a text message. And I'm like, no, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. Because, you know, you've done a lot for me and stuff, and I appreciate you. And I just want to live that, you know, like it's my last and whatnot. And that's cool, that just like, you know, because you have to have that aspect in your head, because it's just, do what you want. Seriously, if you guys want to do something, go for it. Even, yeah, it can be scary and stuff, but take, like Scorpio says, sit down and just kind of just have like those thoughts to your head and just like think how you want to do this, because you're writing your own story. Y'all writing your own story because you're all your own authors of your own book. That's what we're doing. I'm writing my story, and I'm gonna finish it how I want it, and you guys should be able to do it too, for sure.
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Marcus said, not sure how you. Yo, Marcus, you were telling me that you had like multiple YouTube channels. You had Twitch. You just deleted Instagram and stuff. I think, dude, like, I know it can get expensive. Don't get me wrong, right? Like, example, my freaking Canon camera cost me $1,500. I'm not even gonna lie, and I dropped that with credit card. I didn't have the money to pay for it up front. Immediately when I got that, in 2 weeks, I made $3,000 with it. right? So like it's all about how you monetize, man. Like don't give up on your dreams because the concept of money, right?
Yep.
There's this saying, it goes, poor people, when they see something that they can't afford, they go, oh, I can't afford it. Rich people say, how can I afford it, right? What can I do to get that money? And I think that's the most important concept to do, because we all want to have a rich person's mentality, whether we have $0 in the account or we have $1 million in the account, right? Like, I'm no rich man, but I am not someone who's just going to give up because I ain't got no money in my account. I'm going to make moves. I'm going to do all these things, right? And like I said, we're all going to die one day. So I'd rather be on my deathbed being like, you know what? I tried a lot of things. I succeeded at a lot of things, and I failed at a lot of things. But at least I tried, right? I don't want to be on my deathbed being like, all I did was work a 9 to 5. I never took any risk. I never asked that girl out. I never went on that vacation. I never took my family to do anything. And I'm just like, oh, well, I'll try again the next time. Because what if there is no next time, right?
Yeah, that's true. Man.
I had a real bad scare back in January with my heart, and the looming thoughts of death now follows me almost every day. Yup. Being so consumed by my job until that point was a real wake-up call to back to doing what I love, which is coming back here and try to spend time with my friends and family. I try proactively to make time for things I love now. Yes, dude. Yes. Like, all honesty, when you get so close to death, it gives you that perspective of how important life is. Like, I hate to say it, but I've almost died multiple times in my life. I'm 26. I've probably almost died 10, 15 times, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them, when I was a kid, I was, very suicidal. So I've almost taken my life like 3, 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then growing up, I've done stupid shit, like I grew up in Florida. So I would go out partying, doing crazy things, go jumping off piers, go, to parties, go out and riding motorcycles and driving stupid fast in cars and stuff. And when you get really close to death, you start to say, oh, wow, like life is super important, because like I could have just ended everything right there. And I look back at it now, right? Like, I was in 5th grade, so what is that, like 8 years old? Yeah. I'm 26, right? So that's what, 14, 15 years later? I would have missed out on all these 15 years of life. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. That's crazy. I would have never been able to see myself become the artist that I am. I would have never been able to see myself go international as an artist. I would have never been able to see all my paintings come to life, right? Travel the world. Mm-hmm. Like it just wouldn't have been possible. And that's if I would have gave up like that on level one of like being in elementary school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So y'all keep pushing, bro. Keep pushing. Like, what is that guy? The guy that plays Han Solo in Star Wars. I can't remember his name.
I'm trying to think too. Han Solo. Oh.
But we know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? We know who we're talking about. He didn't get famous until he was 30. Morgan Freeman didn't get famous until he was already an older man, right? Mm-hmm. Like, these people. Harrison Ford, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and so, like, you never know when your time is going to come where your life just switches.
Yep.
So don't give up, y'all. Don't give up.
Mm-hmm. That's such a great perspective, just like how to think about things. And I appreciate you for sharing all this, Scorpio. That's really just like a boost, like a serotonin just for like everybody on here, including me. But yeah, Velociricci's one of my good friends on here. When I first started here on Twitch, he's I call him one of the OGs. He was the first one that would come in and support. We would hang out in Discord calls and just like watch Kitchen Nightmares with our crew, and it was so much fun. And I just want to say this to you, Velociricci. I'm really glad you're back. And I know like life has to come first, and I totally understand that. But it's just so cool because I can see your energy, your like love for what you do and stuff. And it's cool that you're kind of like setting things up for yourself, like how you want to do these things and put these, because I already saw the work that you already put it in, because when I came into your stream I was like, whoa, this is new, look at this. And Odin's was telling me that you were making all like the like the animations, or like with your tune. I think it's called tune animation that you're doing, dude. That's like top notch, man. And I appreciate you for doing that, dude, man. So I'm glad you're back, and I'm looking forward to seeing your streams and hanging out with you more within this year, the next year, and all that stuff. So keep up the great work, dude. Let's see here.
Yeah, this is dope. I'm glad to be able to be a part of this community, man. You guys are super dope. I like talking with you guys, and of course, d-Rad, you and me go back, man. I always got your back. You let me know if it's in my power. I got you.
Yeah, me too. Likewise, I got you too, man.
Anytime. So if you guys want, maybe you can help me, d-Rad. We can start a Twitch stream together. We could do something, set something up.
Oh my God, let's get Scorpio on here, cause dude, you would like. I felt like you're a natural in anything and stuff, and if you're able to like live stream and paint your stuff, man, people are gonna like. People love art here a lot. And this was like my favorite part is when I get to stream art, because I do it every other Friday. No, not every Friday, not every other Friday. And they just come in and they just see the process and everything, and you just simply just talk about life and whatnot. And you can always like give off that energy and stuff. And you know what too? They return the favor back for you. They give that energy back to you. So it's not one-sided. It's both. It goes both ways, man. That's why I'm always gonna do. So if you want to get into it, if you ever want to do some collab on here, man, I'm always down, dude. So feel free to hit me up, or anybody else here through like the art community, because I'll gladly introduce you to them as well.
Heck yeah, man. I'm down. I'm down to do it. I'm down to clown. I'm always here to grow and learn some new things. So if you guys can teach me, I'm here to learn. I'm here to be that person. So
yeah.
We're getting close to that time, guys. I gotta get going to my next event. I appreciate all of you guys. d-Rad, thank you for having me on here. Dude, much love to you. Thank you for having me on Luncho with a friendo.
Yeah,
this
man.
Is dope.
Thank you.
You guys check out my website. Let me know. And then if you guys ever want some art, message me through my Instagram. Say that you're on Luncho with a friendo, and I'll send you a free gift if you buy something. I'll send you a really good 3D printed item. I make custom 3D printed stuff. I made this one for Big Psych in Minneapolis. I make Pokemon. So whatever you guys want, you let your boy know. I got you.
Yeah, I have a lot of his artwork too, and it's just so cool. It's hanging around my place, dude. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, oh man, look at Scorpio. I love that. So, dude, I just want to say one more time before you leave, dude. Thank you so much. Just for taking the time, just like to come onto the Lunch with a Friendo podcast, hanging out with just not me but everybody else here. And I just want to thank everybody else here too for hanging out with us and getting to know Scorpio. He's extremely talented at what he does. He's super passionate. He's that natural serotonin. If you need something, he'll just give you that and stuff. And yeah, we're looking forward to when you want to jump on here and be a Twitch streamer just like us.
I'd love to, man. It'd be dope. I'd love to be a part of the group. You just let me know when, and I'll be there.
All right. Yeah, of course. Bet. All right, Scorpio, I'm gonna let you go, man. But have an amazing weekend. Keep killing it, bro. Like I said, I always got you 100 because you always keep it 100, dude. So I appreciate ya.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Have a great time.
All right. See ya, Scorpio. Bye.